So in this video, we'll see what are the different methods available on sets. Like one of them is length. We can find the length of the set. We can remove an element from the set, as just shown in the previous video. We can discard an element. Remove and discard are both same, but when removing an element and when the element is not present in the set, it will throw as an error, whereas discard doesn't throw an error. That's the difference between remove and discard. Pop means it just removes the last item in a set. Clear means it will empty a set. While deleting, it will delete a complete set. But while clearing, but when we use clear, it just clears empty set, and when we print it, we'll see an empty set. Copy means it will copy elements of one set to another set. Union, it will find the join. Union is something like join. We can join two sets. Intersection is the common elements in both the sets. We can update. We can also update the items of one set into another set. We can also find the difference between two sets, like the elements present in set 1 which are not present in set 2 are printed when we print this difference. We can also find subset and superset, like whether set 1 is subset of set 2 or set 1 is superset of set 2. We can also have we also have these methods on sets. So let's see these methods so let's see an example of these methods in my PyCharm IDE. So I'll just uncomment all the previous things. So now what I'll do, I'll create a new set. Like for demonstrating these methods on sets, I'll create a my set 1 and I'll add elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I will add my set 2. It will also have the same numbers but only up to 5, and I will add one more set called my set 3. Now I'll add here different numbers are 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So let me just minimize this. Okay, so these are 3 sets I have defined. So now we'll see operations on sets. Like I'll just print length of my set 1. So it should ideally print so we need to comment this. We are still seeing this error. So now if I run again, you can see it's giving me 10. This is the length of my set is 10. So if I give my set 2, it should give me 5. So it's giving me 5, and I'll just print my set length of my set 3. It's also giving me 5. So this is how we can find the length. There is a method called length, and we can pass my set to it. We can find the length, and then the next we can remove an element. As I just said here, like this, we can remove an element. My set dot remove, that we already covered. That comes under methods on sets. And there is other option called discard. I will show the difference between both. Print my set 1 dot remove. I have to print myself. So I'll say my set 1 dot remove. I'll say which is not at 12. I'll say 12 which is not present, and I'll print my set 1. You can see key error 12. It gives me error. My set 1 dot remove 12 gives me an error. Whereas if I do discard, so let me remove all the other things. It's giving me a lot of. It is showing a lot of all. I will comment all these previous things. So now I'll see. I will run this again and see. You can see there's only error in this remove, but discard is not showing any error. So I'll just comment even this and see. So I'll comment my set dot remove function. and I'll save this and I'll run this. You'll see this is the set 10 which has printed this here, my set, and discard 12. Even the item is not there, it's not showing me any error. Whereas if I do this remove, it will show me an error. It will throw us an error saying that key error 12. You can see this is throwing me an error. So that's the main difference between remove and discard. So after this we have pop. So I'll just comment these two. I don't want to remove any items from set 1. I will just use in some other examples. So I'll just commenting this. So I'll say pop my set 1 dot pop, and I'll print my set 1 now. So it should ideally remove this last element 10. So you see the 10 is there, but as I said, my pop will remove the last element, but not in this case. In sets, we don't have index, so it doesn't know which is first and which is last. So it will remove a random element. So we need to see which element it removed here. So the 1, see, 1 is not present here. We have started from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will remove random element. Instead of removing a last element, it will remove random element. That is for pop. And I can also run the next. We'll see about clear my set 1 dot clear. So it ideally should remove all the items in a set and should give me an empty set. You can see it is giving me an empty set. That's about clear. After clear, we have copy. So I'll say my set 1 dot copy. So I'll give some other variable like duplicate do my set 1. So now if I print this duplicate my set 1, it will give us the same exact elements which are present in my set 1. So if I print this, you'll see the same items like 2, 3. Because we have cleared, I think I have cleared here. I'll just take my set 2. So we'll get the items from my set 2 now. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the items in my set 2. Here I have printed the duplicate item. So then it printed me all the items in this my set 2. So that's how we can use this copy function. The next one is union. We'll see. I'll just comment all the previous things which were discussed. I have 3 sets here now, my set 1, my set 2 and my set 3. I also comment this length. So what I'll have is now for these 3 sets, I'll say my set 1 dot union my set 2, and I'll print both my set 1 and my set 2. This does not give any difference. It will print my set 1 and it will print my set 2. To see the union, I'll just store this into union sets and I'll just print that set. So now if I run this, ideally it should print all the items from both the sets. Because both the sets are same, we are not able to see. I'll just print set 3 here because set 3 has different items. So you see first set has 1 to 10 and set 3 has 11 to 15. So it join both the sets and gives us the result. So that's about set 1, that's about union. So now what I'll do is I'll do intersection. I'll copy these both, I'll copy all this and I'll say intersection. So the intersection, like set 1 and set 3 have no items in common. It has 1 to 10, it has 11 to 15, they have no items in common. We cannot see any results when intersection. Intersections are the common elements in both sets. So I'll print set 2 here. So set 1 has 1 to 10 and set 2 has 1 to 5. So now if we print intersection, we'll see some results. You can see the last print intersection sets is printing 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means the common elements in both the sets. In first set it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In second set it has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the common of the both elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I remove this 5 here and give 7 and 11, and now if I run this intersection of sets, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So these are the common elements in this set, and this 11 is not there, so it's not printed. It has printed me 1, 2, 3 and 4, 7, because this 4 and 7 also present in set 1. So this is about intersection. And next, updation. I mean, like, we can update one set with another set. Do the same for updation as well. I'll say updation. So here in updation, we don't need to take this in another variable. I'll just show these two items. You can see my set 1 and I'll print these sets before this updation, and after the updation you can see the difference. So these last two items are before after updation, and these first two and these two items are the initial sets. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 11. So after update, I do update my set 1 dot update my set 2. So what it will do is, it will add all the elements which are not in my set 1 and which are in my set 2 to this set. So 11 is not there in the my set 1. So it is there in the my set 2. So when I update my set 1 with my set 2, all the elements which are not there in my set 1 will be added. Like I will add one more examples here, 13, 17, 19, and if I run this again, you will see this 13, 17, 19 also printed in my set 1 here in my set 1. So that's how we can update one set with one set. That's how we can update one set with another set elements. So the next one is difference. So what I can do is, I'll just copy this again and I say my set 1 dot difference my set 2. So it will print me the items which are different from my set 1 and my set 2. So if you see, this my set 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And my set 2 has 5, 6. So this 5, 6, 8 and 9 are not present in this second set. So those are printed. So if I just change this to my set 2, I'll just copy this and I'll just do it again. Different sets 2. I'll do my set 2 minus my set 1 now. You'll see the difference, what it happens actually. So I'll command all the other things. So these are these sets. Like my set 1 is 1 to 10. My set 2 is these elements. So if I do my set 2 minus my set 1, you will see the difference. It will print the items 19, 17, 11 and 13. So the difference is it will print the items in this set which are not there in this set. If you do my set 2 minus my set 1. If I do my set 1 minus my set 2, I mean my set difference my set 2, it will print items in first set which are not there in second set. So when I do set 2 dot difference, it will print the items in second set which are not there in first set. That's the difference between this. On what set, that's the thing here, on what set we are performing the difference, that elements will be presented. So if I put my set 1, it will print elements from my set 1. If I put my set 2 here, it will print elements from my set 2. So now next is subset. Like we'll check. So now next is subset and superset. So we can see whether the set is a subset of another set. So that's the reason why I kept here 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll see whether my set 1 is my set 2 is subset of my set 1 and my set 1 is superset of my set 2. You can see this 1, 2, 3, 4 are present in my set 1. So ideally my set 2 should be a subset of my set 1. I'll just check that. my set 2 is subset of my set 1. I'll just print this. It will either give me true or false. See, it's giving me true because all the elements in my set 2 are present in my set 1. I'll just reverse it. My set 1 is subset of my set 2. It should give me false because the elements in my set 1 are not present in my set 2. So I'll just do now superset. This superset, it should be true because all the elements present in my set 2 are present in my set 1. So we can say my set 1 is superset of my set 2. So similarly, if I do reverse, my set 2 is superset of my set 1, it will show as false. It gave me a false. So that's about superset and subsets. Subset means of all the elements present in one set are present in the main set, the other set, then this set, then this set is called a subset of this set. So that's it. So that's about supersets and subsets.